All right, let's begin our flow today at the top of the mat in Tadasana. Big toes together, heels slightly apart, and extending through the crown of the head. Now bring awareness to your breath, in and out through the nose. Let's get grounded in the earth. Now let's add the arms. Breathe in, stretch the arms overhead. Exhale as you fold forward from the hips, knees are soft. Slide your hands to your shins and extend through the crown of the head. Exhale, step all the way back to plank and lower your knees. All right, elbows into the body as you lower down slowly to the mat. Now push the floor away, lifting the heart and drawing your shoulders back, baby cobra. Exhale, release, and let's push back to down face dog. Knees are soft. Spread evenly through the hands, fingers are spread wide. You can walk the dog if you'd like. Now let's bend our knees and let's step to the top of the mat. Slide your hands to your shins, extend through the spine. Exhale, release. Root and rise, come all the way up, stretch up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's go again. Breathe in, arms stretch up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, getting length from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Slide your hands to your shins, get spinal extension. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower your knees and lower slowly to the mat. Breathe in as you lift for baby cobra, shoulders down the back. Exhale, release, and let's curl the toes under and sit back on the heels, stretching through the feet. Now let's build some strength. Let's lower slowly down to the mat. Breathe into baby cobra. Exhale, release, and again sit back on the heels, curling the toes under. Let's do that a couple more times. Come forward, lower slow, elbows into the body. Breathe into baby cobra, shoulders down the back. Exhale, release, and sit back on your heels, toes curled. Coming forward again, rounding through the back, lowering slowly to the mat. Breathe in, heart forward, baby cobra. And exhale. You go ahead and push back. Let's go to down face dog this time, walking the dog. Find your breath in this pose. And let's slowly walk to the top of the mat. Breathe in and extend the spine. Exhale, just let it go. Now rise, come all the way up, palms to touch, extended mountain. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's go again. Breathe in, arms up. Exhale, fold from the hips. Hands to your shins, spinal extension. Exhale, let's step back to plank. Now on your knees or toes, let's go through a vinyasa. Breathe into up dog or baby cobra. Exhale as you push back to down face dog, walking the dog. Working one heel down, then the other. Bring awareness to your breath. And let's go ahead and lower the knees to the floor. Now bring your wrist underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. Let's get cat and cow. Breathe in as we lift head and tailbone. Exhale as you round through the back. Open there. Linking the breath to the movement. Breathe in, lift head and tailbone. Exhale, round through the back. A couple more times. Breathe in. Exhale, round. Again, breathe in. Exhale, round. All right, let's release to a neutral spine. Let's go ahead and take that left leg and extend it straight back. Now hips are in line with one another. And then let's add that right arm forward. So we're in bird dog, extending from the fingers to the back toes. Now really engage your core here. Now if you want, you can bend that back knee and reach that right arm around and grab the sole of the foot. If that's too much, just stay in bird dog. One more breath here. And then let's release, re-extending the arm and leg. One long line. Now let's release the right hand down and step forward with that left leg into low lunge. Let's bring the arms up. Feel that stretch through the hip flexor. Now take a breath. On the exhale, go to cactus arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Now add a twist. Turn left. Come back to center and release the arms down. All right, let's step back into that bird dog again. Now we're going to pivot and go to a side plank. So let's bring that left arm up, right arm is down. Now let's do arm circles here, circling that left arm down and around. Warming up through the shoulder, down and around. Now hips are stacked here. Again, let's do a couple more, down and around. Modified side plank here, one more, down and around. And let's hold it up. And then let's lift that top leg as we extend that arm over the ear. One long line from the fingers to the heel. One more breath. And release back to all fours. Let's go back to cat and cow. Breathe in, lift head and tailbone. Exhale, round. And then just push back to down face dog. Find your breath in the pose. And let's go ahead and walk to the top of the mat. Breathe in, get length, spinal extension. Exhale, release. And let's roll all the way up. Bringing your hands to your heart. All right, let's go ahead and step the left leg back for crescent lunge. Arms reach up. And let's take a breath in. On the exhale, let's go to cactus arms. Draw the shoulder blades together. Now let's add that twist. So let's go ahead and turn right. Focus on your balance here. Come back through center and reach the arms back up, crescent lunge. Now let's go ahead and pivot to face the side of the mat and go to goddess pose. Toes turn out. Feel the stretch in the inner thighs, the adductors. Now let's go ahead and pivot to the back end of the mat into crescent lunge. Reach those arms up. We're going to add that twist on this side and also the cactus arms. So let's cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then add that twist. Turning the upper body. Good, coming back through center, and let's reach those arms up to the sky. Let's release the hands down to the mat and step back to plank. Let's go through vinyasa, either on your knees or toes. Breathing into up dog or baby cobra. Exhale to down face dog. Now let's go ahead and come to our knees and do that bird dog sequence on this side. Let's go through cat and cow first to warm up the spine. Breathe in, lift head and tailbone. Exhale, round. Again, breathe in, lift head and tailbone. Exhale, round. Breathe in to lift. Exhale to round. And let's go to a neutral spine. All right, this time let's extend the right leg back and the left arm forward, bird dog, extending from the fingers to the back toes. Engage the core here. Now, if you want, you can bend that right leg and reach around with the left arm and grab the sole of the foot. If that's too much, just stay in bird dog. Breathe here. Get one more breath, and then let's release that back foot and re-extend the arm and leg. Now bring that left hand down, and let's step through with the right leg to low lunge. Drive the arms up overhead. Reach and stretch. Feel that hip flexor stretch. Take a breath. Exhale to cactus arms. We'll add the twist again. So go ahead and turn left. And come back to center. Reach the arms overhead. And bring your hands down. Let's go back to re-extend the leg, and let's turn to side plank modification with the bottom knee down. Now let's add those arm circles. So let's circle that arm down and around. Good, again. Down and around. Warming up through that opposite shoulder. Circling down and around. One more here, circling down and around. Now reach that arm up and lift the top leg. Take a breath. And then bring that top arm over the ear, extending from the fingers to that back heel. Take another breath, get length. Exhale, release down to all fours. Now breathe in to lift head and tailbone. Exhale to down face dog. Now let's go ahead and step through with the left leg coming back to crescent lunge. And let's pivot back to the wide end of the mat into goddess pose. Stretch those arms overhead. And exhale, hands to your thighs. Let's go ahead and dip the left shoulder looking over your right shoulder. Good, switch sides. Dip the right shoulder looking over the left. Really opening those knees as you do this. And switch. Dipping the right shoulder looking over the left. And let's release. Reach up to the sky, stretch up, and pivot to the front of the mat, going to crescent lunge. One more breath here. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Now find your breath again. Now let's go to Utkatasana. Let's sit back in the heels. Strong, strong body here. And let's add a chair twist. Let's go ahead and turn left, hooking the right elbow over the left thigh. Now bring your hands to the floor and step back with that right leg. Now let's hover over that left knee, engaging the core, hands in prayer. Now you can bring the back knee down if you want, and we're going to twist, hooking that right elbow over the left thigh. And let's release that bottom hand down, top arm to the sky, lunge twist. Let's reach the arm back up, and then let's release down. Step back to down face dog. And let's go through a vinyasa. Breathing into up dog or baby cobra. Exhale to down face dog. And let's bend our knees. Hop or jump to the front of the mat. Breathe in, extend the spine. Exhale, release, and roll up. Bringing your hands up and to the heart. Now let's go to Utkatasana, doing the same sequence, other side. Bring your hands to your heart, and this time turn to the opposite direction, hooking the left elbow over the right thigh. Let's go ahead and step the left leg back, and then let's hover over that right knee. Engage the core. Now, if you want, you can drop the back knee down, but turn right and hook the left elbow over the right thigh. Lunge twist. Now release the left hand down by the right foot and reach the right arm to the sky. Lunge twist. Let's reach the right arm straight back, straight up to the sky, and then release. Let's step back to plank. Going through a vinyasa, chaturanga dandasana. Breathing into up dog or baby cobra. Exhale to down face dog. All right, let's move on. Bring the right leg up in the air, three-legged dog. And let's take a big step through. Now we're going to windmill the arms around to set up for Trikonasana, triangle. So we're going to lengthen out over the front leg. Bring the bottom arm down, top arm to the sky. And let's add those circles. So we're going to circle that arm down and around and reach. Again, down and around and reach. Good, down and around and reach. Now let's stay here and just bring the top arm over the ear and hold the extension. Find your breath in this pose. Now let's come up to reverse triangle. And let's come back through center, wide part of the mat. And bring your hands to your heart. Let's bring both feet forward and sit up for a wide forward fold. So hands to your hips, breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, high in the fingertips, extend the spine. Exhale, let go. You can soften the knees if you'd like. Now let's come up and extend through the spine. Bring your hands to your hips and come all the way up. Let's set up for Trikonasana on the other side. So turn the back toes to the back end of the mat and lengthen forward to triangle. Now we'll add those circles, circling down and around. Good, again, down and around. circling down and around. And one more, circling down and around. And let's stay. Now bring that top arm over the ear and extend and reach. Breathe here. Take another breath. On the exhale, rise, come all the way up, lengthening through the spine, and go to reverse triangle. And then windmill the arms around, step into the plank and facing the back end of the mat and go through your vinyasa. Breathing into up dog. Exhale, down face dog, tailbone to the sky. And let's go ahead and lower our knees to the mat. And let's take a seat. And let's just windshield wiper the legs side to side. So feet about hip distance apart. At your own pace here. All right, nice job. Let's go ahead and set up for boat pose. So let's lean back, engage the core, and lift those feet off. Now you can hold on to the shins or you can reach the arms out to your side. Now navel to spine here. Take a breath. Good. Now if you want to challenge yourself, you can extend the legs. Bring your hands to your heart or extend it to your side. Now navel to spine, strong core here. Good, and let's come all the way up. Just hug yourself. Give yourself a big hug, extending through the spine. And let's go ahead and set up for boat again, second time. All right, starting with modified boat, grabbing the shins. You can release the hands. Or you can go ahead and extend the legs straight out in front, really engaging the core, navel to spine. Now breathe here. Strong, strong core work. And let's come up and let's go ahead and give ourselves a big hug. Extend through the crown of the head, sit up nice and tall. All right, let's get that modified boat one more time. So lean back, engage the core, and either modify or extend. Strong, strong belly here. Breathe. And let's release. Give yourself a hug. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Extend the left leg. And let's take the right foot over the left leg for a seated twist. Now we're going to bring the right hand behind the hip. Left arm reaches up and just turn right as you hook the left elbow over the thigh. Breathe here. Feel a good stretch through the outer hip and glute. Now let's move to a seated half lotus. Let's bend that left leg, crossing the right ankle over the left knee. Now flex that top foot. Let's bring the hands behind the hips and lift your heart. Extend through the crown of the head. You'll feel a strong stretch through that outer hip and glute. Now think of working that right knee away from the body. Now breathe here. All right, let's go ahead and extend that left leg. Tucking the right foot in again. Let's just add a little twist here again. So looking over that right shoulder and breathe. All right, let's release. Give yourself a hug. And we'll do the same sequence other side. So extend your right leg and let's take the left foot over the right leg. Let's extend the right arm up and turn left as you hook the right elbow over the thigh. Now sit up really tall here. Feel the stretch in the outer hip and glute. Now we'll transition to that seated half lotus. So bend the right knee, bringing it in, the foot closer to the body as we'll cross the left ankle over the right knee. Now think of pushing the left knee away from the body. Think of lifting up through the heart, pushing the floor away. I feel a stretch in that outer hip and glute, flexing that top foot. Let's go ahead and go back to that seated twist, just looking over the left shoulder. All right, let's release the bound angle. Bring the soles of the feet together and feel a stretch through the adductors. Let's bring our hands behind our hips and push the floor away, lifting the heart. Think of working the knees down towards the floor and feel a stretch through the inner thighs. All right, let's release. And let's just windshield wiper the legs side to side. Last few here. All right, and let's move to a cross-legged seat as we get ready to close down our practice. So find a comfortable seat. Let's roll the shoulders up and down the back. And then let's just bring awareness to our body and our breath. I'll take a moment to be proud of what you accomplished today and showing up on the mat. And then let's begin to just scan the body and let go of tightness using the mind and the breath. So if your mind wanders, just bring it back to the breath. Keeping your shoulders relaxed. Using the breath to help soften the muscles. Wherever you're holding on to tension, see if you can let go. Now stay here for as long as you like.